Hello, my name is Crispin Ochieng Okello, the Executive Director, Child Space Organization in Nairobi, Kenya. It is so exciting once again to join this amazing global team and safeguarding experts to share our experiences here in Kenya. So I'll take you right away to what we do with the children here in Nairobi, specifically in Ruaraka sub-county, in various informal settlements that we are working. Now, there is importance of implementing safeguarding across board, right? Across board, and people have not yet appreciated this, or people are not aware on what exactly to do. So at Child Space Organization, we were able to introduce this program back in 2019 in March in a school called Babadogo Primary School. This is a public school. So our mission is to guide the children and young people through life skills and other pertinent trainings in order to explore their potential and support them to live responsibly. And our vision is a society where young people are role models with moral values, living meaningful and inspiring life. The Smart Children Club is a mentorship and life coaching program for children where children's rights, peer education, talent development, career guidance, and career choices are emphasized. It enables the children, both boys and girls, from ages of 8 to 17 years to understand who they are, interact safely as they learn from their peers, and more importantly, form positive behaviors and help them change the negative behaviors, which is also a process. Our objectives. One is to constantly nurture and work with the children throughout their teenage life and equip them with skills to enable them to think and act responsibly. Another objective is to engage, sensitize, and build the capacities of all stakeholders for holistic children's growth. The third one is to identify and nurture the children's talents and support them to earn a living using the same talents when they grow up. The program also involves parents who are periodically trained on various needs aspects in line with the child development and significance of their indulgence, particularly on handling an adolescent, a stage where a lot of child delinquencies occurs that compels some parents and guardians to lose control of them, the adolescents, leading to complete societal condemnation or discrimination of teenagers. The program also involves the teachers, since they spend more time with the children in schools. So part of it builds their capacities to ensure they too understand how to guide and support the children. Let's look at the global picture. It is estimated that up to 1 billion children aged 2 to 17 years have experienced physical, sexual, or emotional violence or neglected in the past 1 year, according to WHO. But locally here, in January and February alone, that is 2022, the country reported more than 45,724 cases of children who got pregnant and also were infected with HIV, and they experienced gender-based violence. And this is the reason why Child Space continue with our mentorship and safeguarding program in the communities. Now, how did we come to know all this or to start doing all this? We were doing this, like I said, we launched this program in March, this particular program in March 2019, but we got an opportunity to attend the Nairobi conference, KCSE, Keeping Children Safe conference in Nairobi, and it was so amazing. So the Keeping Children conference in Nairobi was an eye-opener, a platform to learn, network, and share best practices, which indeed was a very useful platform for us. The outcome was that we reviewed our policies and we also attained the KCS membership. Child Space Organization is, of course, a member of the Keeping Children Safe. Now, implementing safeguarding in the club, right here in the Child Space Organization, we recognize that violence against children and young people is prevalent throughout the world and in all societies. But the Constitution of Kenya, Article 53, recognizes the need for children to be protected from abuse, neglect, harmful practices, all forms of violence, inhuman treatment and punishment, and hazardous or exploitative labor. Good news is, in 2022, the head of state signed the Children's Act. And this is a milestone for safeguarding work in Kenya. As our motto says, committed to holistic child development. Yes, we are committed. It is beyond mere interest. You know, anything that we do with the children, all team members, anybody who comes into contact with the children, they are committed to whatever they are doing. They are committed to ensure that the children are safe. They are committed to ensure that they follow the law. They are committed to ensure that the policies are safeguarded, are protected. They are guided by just that. We are extremely committed to get rid of violence against children and take very serious our duty to safeguard all children and promote their well-being. This also means holding ourselves to account in ensuring that no child is harmed or placed at risk of harm as a result of their association with CSO, Child Space Organization. They must be protected at any level, from the entry to the exit point. What has worked for CSO? Here is our model with 3 vital steps. 1, integration. 2, identification. And 3, the protection. We integrate behavior change formation, behavior change processes, plus life skills. Then we also ensure that we identify, support, and nurture the children's talents, various talents, of course. Then, in the process of doing this, we safeguard these children, the child protection. Why do we do all this? To ensure that the children are empowered and responsible, making safeguarding an exciting daily routine that allows children to understand their roles in safeguarding as well as individuals, Smart Children Club organizations, and the community at large. This makes a safeguarding seamless and acceptable by all stakeholders, thus enhancing sustainable safeguarding work that appreciates every child while reducing discrimination and stigma against the children, resulting into reasonable child safety, self-acceptance, and self-confidence. That is, empowered children. Yes, children need to be empowered, and therefore, what our motto is actually helping us to get what I'm talking about, empowered children. Okay, we hold ourselves accountable to children. This we do through our unequivocal safeguarding policy that aims to make sure no child who is associated with Child Space Organization comes to any harm. The policy governs the behaviors of Child Space Organization staff, volunteers, associates, and visitors, ensuring we minimize risks to children and report any concern about children's welfare appropriately. Violence against children is any or words that causes harm, injury, or sadness to children. It can be physical, sexual, or emotional abuse and neglect. It happens in homes, schools, and communities across Kenya, no matter the tribe, religion, or upbringing. And that is what we are doing. Now, as adults, young people, or even other children can cause violence, knowingly or unknowingly, because sometimes we do things without knowing. Sometimes we do things because nobody has informed us on how to go about them. And therefore, it is our role as child space organization to ensure that every person that comes into contact with the child understands their role and understands the safeguarding policies and processes that are required. Now, physical violence, beating, slapping, pushing, shaking, pinching, punching, kicking, beating with an object, threatening someone with a knife, gun, or other weapon, among others. Corporal punishment, which we are actually struggling with this in this country, but I'm happy that we are making some steps. Hitting, slapping, like I've said up before, it makes the child feel like they have no space to go. And that's why at Child Space Organization, whenever they come here, they are able to understand, they are able to feel that they are loved and they are protected. Back to types of violence, we also have sexual violence. This is any sexual activities done by an adult or an older child on a child. It may involve touching in sexual way without permission, making a child touch or look at the private parts of others, attempting or physically forcing sex. Now, witnessing violence at home or in the community. This is where now we need to understand even the role of the larger community. Seeing violence between parents or other family members can negatively affect how children grow, feel, and how they deal with other people throughout their lives. Where there is violence against women in a family, children also face the same violence. Like we saw during the COVID-19 period, there were a lot of cases of GBV that were reported, and the children really suffered. They were in the same house, they're not going anywhere, there were lockdowns, and a lot of children really suffered that violence. Then female genital mutilation. This is a harmful cultural practice that causes injury to the female genital organs for non-medical reasons. It may be done when a girl is still a baby, during childhood, or in adolescence. Online child abuse. Publicly bullying, threatening, or shaming a child online or on social media accounts like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, and Twitter. This includes seeing children's images for the wrong purpose, e.g., pornography, putting children's pictures on the internet without their parents' or child's permission. Then child labor, working for money or other payments. The last two are radicalization. This is a process which a person or group has extremely social or religious ideas that can result in violent extremism or terrorism. In child marriage, this is a union of two people in which one or both are younger than 18 years. We run programs from the community level designed to make a lasting difference in children's lives by addressing the problem of violence against children. This program activities are linked to but distinct from our efforts to ensure that as we are as an organization do no harm to children. Now, there is hope. Yes, there is hope. Why am I saying there is hope? Our efforts are being appreciated by international communities and the local government here. We are working with other players. We partner with other people. We network like we network with the Keeping Children Safe in the UK. And we are constantly and on a daily basis working with the children. And more so, we don't leave out the days that are important for the children. For instance, the Day of African Child, 2021, 2022, and previous years. For this year, we were even awarded by the Ministry of Public Health, of Public Service, and National Council for Children's Services for actively taking part in the celebrations that happened in June, on June 16. All these efforts combined, we feel there is hope in the fight to safeguard the children by all stakeholders. As you can see, the certificate here, also from the World Federation Against Drugs, we are committed to ensure that the drugs and substance use, alcohol, drugs and substance abuse among children is reduced or eradicated completely. We are working to ensure that the teenage pregnancies are reduced or eradicated completely. And we are ensuring that children talents are nurtured, tapped and nurtured, and are useful to their current life and in future, and more so to safeguard them in the entire process. So with all this, we say there is hope, and thank you very much for listening to me. Once again, you can follow us on our YouTube channel, Child Space Organization, all our social media handles at Child Space One. It's been a pleasure joining you in this prestigious platform with amazing speakers. Be blessed. Thank you.